Actually easier because of yesterday. Yesterday was the day we, as a nation, national holiday, celebrate Martin Luther King and his life and what he meant for our society and for all of us. And so, I love watching and listening to his speeches, and it's so. Every time I was watching this again last night, it's so compelling is to try to put yourself back now 55, 60 years ago, and just looking at the marches and having all the military lined up on the side with machine guns waving and the hoses, just the amount of hate and vitriol that came at Martin Luther King. And yet, he kind of rose above all that and taught us so many things. And so there's a lot of quotes out there, so my thought today is going to be pretty easy. It's my 10 favorite Martin Luther King quotes as we go. And so much of these quotes that I picked thematically remind me a lot of Homeboy and what happens here in the community that we all make up here and how we treat each other. So, no particular order here. Number one, we must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. Homeboy always is about hope, right? That life will get better as we work on ourselves. Number two, forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a permanent attitude. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a hard one to do, right? I mean, we all get in our little attitude sometimes and we think, open our hearts and forgiveness. Number three it's an elegant one that a lot of people have quoted. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Just think about what we do at Homeboy. It's when we talk about being in a relationship with each other, having an open hearts and loving. Number four, I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. If you think about some of our frustrations and what we bear, it's often back to hate. Number five is one of my personal favorites, and it's helped me on my own faith journey, so it's about faith. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. You just got to be able to step and just have faith it's going to all work out. Number six, the measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. It's easy to stay in our own little bubble and be good about it, but when we're pushed, it's a little harder. 7, love. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. That makes sense. Number 8, it's a longer one. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. There is some good in the worst of us and some evil in the best of us. When we discover this, we are less prone to hate our enemies. That's another good one I like here. Number 9, freedom. Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. Why I love that one so much is that all throughout our life, each of us become oppressors and the oppressed at different points in our life. And so we should remember that. Number 10, even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. And here's number 11, it wasn't the top 10. It's inspirational. It's kind of what he's most famous for. And it's so inspirational. We have some difficult days ahead, but it really doesn't matter with me now because I've been to the mountaintop. I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get there to the promised land.